What I'm on here for about is Queen Sheba.
Say that louder now, because we don't get to hear that often. Say it louder. I think you are very open-minded about a lot. I think you haven't had an opportunity to experience a conservative relationship. Hold on. And if and when you do, come back and talk to me.
Queen Sheba.
Yeah.
What you don't realize is that you don't listen, ma'am.
I don't have to. You're not my daddy.
All right, the fellas. It's time for I Said What I Said Saturdays. Right here on Queen Sheba. All right, the fellas. Let's go. Damn!
All right. Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday. You already know what time it is. If this is your first time here, then baby, you just may be in for a treat, because it is I Said What I Said Saturdays. And I know a lot of you are new to this page because you found me because I am covering the Diddy federal trial live from New York. But we have our staple pieces here. We have things that we've been doing since day one here. And one of those things is called I Said What I Said Saturdays. So let me tell you what I Said Saturdays is all about. It's all about you. It's all about you, baby. It's all about you. It's all about you, baby. That's where you can come up and say what the hell you need to say. It does not have to be related to anything in particular. It could be about your mama, your dog, your cat, your boss. The fact that you didn't get a raise. Hell, it could be about your Uber driver. It could be about your neighbor, the HOH. It could be about your baby daddy, your baby mama. It could be about the Diddy trial. It could be about a television show. It could be about your own damn badass kids. Don't nobody care as long as you sign it, seal it, and deliver it. What does that mean? There's 2 rules on Saturday regarding I Said What I Said. The first thing is it's never personal. And the reason why I say that is because I'm telling you, I promise you, if you are new here, let me tell you what could happen. I kid you not, ask anybody in the chat. You could be at home right now minding your own damn business. You could be in a nail shop. You could be in the barbershop. You could be at brunch. And you say, you know what? Let me just watch Queen Sheba today. There's a show called I Said What I Said. Then all of a sudden somebody calls in and you hear your damn name. Am I lying? I swear to God, it has happened before. Baby, it has happened before. And when I tell you people have been shocked.
Wow.
Listen, they have been shocked. So somebody may just call in and say your name. You never know. But it's never personal. And the reason why we say it's not personal on I Said What I Said Saturdays is because they waited till Saturday. So you can't get mad. You can't get in your feelings. That's just why we do I Said What I Said. So the first rule is never personal. The second rule is you must sign it, seal it, and deliver it. Don't forget. Don't make me ask. If you click that link when you are done, you need to say, I said what I said. That's it. That's all. Period. And when you say I said what I said, that means that gives us the cue, me as the moderator, that gives the audience the cue that you are standing on business. Listen, once you say I said what I said, don't keep talking. Don't keep talking. Damn. Go ahead and log off. I'm going to drop you down. Don't say nothing else, because once you say I said what I said, that's like, a chef's kiss, okay? Now, let's just say we get into a heated discussion regarding Chad Ochocinco, B. Simone, or Fat Joe. This is not a panel discussion, but let's just say we get into one, because once you say I said what I said, you need to go. We're not doing a panel, okay? But let's just say for some reason, thank you, Lolo Queen. She says, I am watching from Canada. We appreciate you, Lolo Queen. So let's just say we get into a heated back and forth, you and me, or you and somebody else, and you cooking. You cooking, but the audience is not feeling you. Do you know the audience on Saturday have the right to boot you out, to boot you off the platform? Not like out of here. They can shut you down by giving or purchasing a $9.99 super chat. If that $9.99 super chat comes through and you cooking and you feel like you hitting every point in your argument, well, Queen, how will I know if they don't like me? In the middle of you cooking, if this white man come on the screen, if that white man come on in the middle of you talking, somebody didn't purchase somebody. If that white man, I don't give a damn how you feel like you cooking. If that white man come on, they got you. But guess what, y'all? They can put themselves back in the game because they can purchase a $9.99 super chat of equal or higher value and put themselves right back in. That's it. That's all. It's Saturday. I said what I said. I'm dropping a link right now. You can stand on business. You can say whatever the hell you want to say over here. Period. And guess what? You get to say what you want to say uninterrupted. Ain't nobody going to be mad at you. Ain't nobody going to, this ain't a place where you can say, well, I disagree with you. No, they said what the hell they said. And that's why you got to say, I said what I said, period. This ain't about no disagreement. They standing on business. And that's how the show works every Saturday. Right here with Queen Sheba in the palace. Even from Twitter, I just dropped the link. Ricardo laughing. Ricardo, you ready for some mess? They not about that life. See, they get in these comments and they talk shit all day, every day. Y'all talk shit all day, every day. But when I drop that link, everybody quiet. Everybody quiet like a church house. Everybody quiet. Ain't nobody got nothing to say. Everybody on their best behavior. See, y'all get in my comments and talk shit. But listen, Saturday is the day. Come on up. Come on up. We got our first caller. Welcome, Anitra J. Saturday morning. I said,
oh my God, you got me quick. I just clicked the link.
Listen, we fast, we professional. Go ahead.
I see. Listen, all I want to say is, listen, I don't know nothing about Fat Joe and this dude right here, this chick right here. I just want to say shout out to all the real mellow meters in the building, because we standing with Mel. Even when she ain't even on the show, I don't even care. We're standing with her. Period, point blank. Shop 7th Avenue Beauty. It's wonderful. The body scrub, awesome. Love it. That's it. That's all. And I said what I said.
I don't care. I don't care. I said what I said. I meant what I said.
All right, that was Anitra J. She said what the hell she said. Now we got DG. Welcome to the stage. Happy Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Hey, good morning, Queen. I'm calling you to the front. Where's our llama red pajama? And I said what I said.
Oh, hold on. I got it for you. Can you put something on it? I mean, you coming up here asking for free. We like reciprocity over here.
I got you.
All right, we'll be waiting. I know what she asking for, y'all. And she said what she said. That's DG. She want her llama red pajama. Yes. All right, I'll wait for you. Then I'll give the people what they asking for.
Okay, just a moment.
All right, that's DG. Listen, I know y'all not trying to play coy and shy today. It's Saturday morning. I said what I said. All you niggas that be in my chat talking shit, all you women that be in my, hey, especially for those of you that called me a damn liar when I said Jane Doe hugged the defense. You a lie. You a lie because so-and-so said it didn't happen. And I don't give a damn what so-and-so got going on. If I told you it happened and I saw it, I seen it with my own eyes. I said what the hell I said. That's it. That's all. Period. Y'all need to come. Listen, the link has been dropped. The link has been dropped. We're going to go to the next caller. Listen, if you're calling in, let me get my introduction out. Then you got the floor. Go ahead and mute up if you're backstage real quick so we don't have any background noise. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Hi, how are you?
Good. No salutations needed. You got it. Go ahead and cook.
I was just this Fat Joe lawsuit. I gonna be honest, I don't believe it. You know why? The reason why I saw that was written by Tyron Blackburn, I don't trust him. Anytime I see Tyron Blackburn is how people feel about Tony Busby. I feel like Tyron Blackburn writes these salacious lawsuits to get headlines, because then a lot of his lawsuits end up getting like watered down or end up getting thrown out later in court. But I feel like Tyron Blackburn, the goal is to write like lawsuits that are tailored for headlines, that are tailored for the blogs in order to like create maximum damage. But then when you actually do research from like the hype dies down into the court system, a lot of like the files get dismissed. Like he did this stuff with Little Rod's lawsuit, because Little Rod's lawsuit was originally had RICO allegations in it, And then when you look at Lil Rod's lawsuits, a lot of the claims were massively weakened. Like they took out the RICO claim, they took out a lot of the claims that Lil Rod made in his lawsuit, and I can just see that this is the exact same thing happening in Fat Joe's lawsuit. So I just don't trust it. I don't trust Tyrone Blackburn. I think he's just a very sham lawyer to me. But what do you think?
Oh no, you got to stand on business. It's Saturday. I said what I said. Can you sign it, seal it, and deliver it?
Okay, well, I'm saying on what I said. I don't trust Tyrone Blackburn. I think it's a sham lawsuit. The minute I saw those RICO allegations, I'm like, I don't know why people can't see this is the same thing that happened in Lil Rod's lawsuit. Lil Rod's lawsuit was basically a RICO lawsuit, and what was written out. I'm like, guys,
and then you just have to say, I said what I said.
And I said what I said.
All right, thank you. That was Gina. If this is your first time here, y'all, that's why we say you get to stand on business. It's not about what I think. It's your time to shine. You're going to be, we're not going to interrupt you. I'm not going to disagree with you. It is what it is. Is it Cryon? Welcome, Cryon. Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Hey, everybody. I'm just standing on the big
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. You got to get close to the mic.
Can you hear me now?
Nah, drop are you on an AirPod?
I'm on plug-in headphones.
You sound far away.
Oh man.
Come back. Drop down and come back. We got to get the audio right. He's going to come out the studio and come back. Make sure y'all get that audio right. Be ready to go. All right. DG, let's go ahead and go to the money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money
comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money comes to me, comes to me. Money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money comes to me. Money.
All right, thank you too. Blessed for you with the 5-piece and the pepper says, happy blessed Saturday, Palace. Now it's time to let our beautiful Queen Sheba, darling, cook. We love you, Queen Sheba. I don't cook on Saturdays. This is y'all's time to shine. It ain't even about me. It's about y'all. I'm supposed to be relaxed and zen as fuck, uncut. Coming through with a 20-piece and a pepper says 20. There is only one queen rise, and I said what I said. Now, DG, you're going to have to come a bit harder if you want me to play a song now. I appreciate the 10-piece and a pepper. DG says, I want that llama red pajama. Listen, that's about 30 seconds long. Come on, DG. Help me help you. Bama Girl 012, member for 27 months, says, Queen, we know you're not going to lie to us, but they don't know. They don't know me. They just pulled up. Let's try Cryon again. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. Cryon, let's give it another shot. What you standing on?
Oh man, it's not working again.
Let me ask them. Can y'all hear Cryon?
I can't hear anything.
Okay, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop me. I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay, we could hear you. They can't hear you. Your audio. Are you using a compute? Call from a compute, baby. Call from a phone. Because them computers, they'll hate on you. Those computers will hate on you. And I said what I said. Listen, Queen Sheba, darling, did you see the movie Cat? I ain't see it. I don't have that kind of time. I wish I did. I barely can watch the shows y'all need me to watch. Linda Gamble says, refresh your devices and come back in the chat. Thank you. It's Saturday morning. Say what I said. Listen, I got to stand on business as it relates to all things New York. Now, listen. How come y'all ain't got no damn chairs? Everything around here you have to pay for. And I said what I said. And I know people are saying, because last night what I said was, oh, damn. I'm so used to being in Texas. I just want to go sit outside and watch the people. And people were saying, well, you can go to a restaurant to see that. That's still a transaction. That's still a fucking transaction. Now, New York, I like it. I like the pace of it, but y'all make everybody pay for everything. And I said what I said. Y'all out of control now. Y'all are out of control. Get it together. Cryon, let's try it again. Let's see if the audio.
Here I am. Everybody can hear me?
What you standing on?
I'm standing on the B Simone stuff. So I'm saying, like, don't do business with friends when you don't know them like that. It don't matter how long, 10-year relationship, whatever. Like, you don't know them on the business side. You don't know them on the friend side. And I said what I said.
All right. That's Cryon. Cryon said, I said what I said, period. And you know what? Thank you, Cryon, because this is the perfect segue into the B. Simone thing. A lot of you got all in your feelings behind B. Simone because she wouldn't give her friend no money. But I'm going to play the clip for you real quick. And I said what the hell I said. Listen, this is what we have a good time on Saturdays. I said what I said. Listen, Cryon, I'm kicking you from the studio. I'm sorry. I have a different opinion. That's why some of you have a love-hate relationship with me. Because don't be looking at me as your fucking resource if I'm your friend. Because I don't look at my friends as who can I run to? I don't look at my friends like that. You see what I'm saying? But hold on. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. Mel NYC, what you standing on, King? You got the floor.
Hey, Queen, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to call in real quick to say, you know what? You talking about the seats in the streets here in New York City. I lived here all my life. You are absolutely right. It made me laugh. Because my family's from down south, so they like you. They're like, well, damn, where can we sip our iced tea? Where can we sweating. We are sweating too much in these streets because we got no place to sit down with our bags. So, you know, you were right about that. I couldn't. It's true. It's no place to sit. And you got to either go to the park with the regular people and the people out there, God bless them, or the people gonna look at you like you're crazy. So when you said that, I said, yeah, she got it right. It was very funny, very funny. It's true. No, it's no place to sit in New York City. It's not.
Can you sign it, seal it, and deliver it?
I said what I said, and you're absolutely right this morning. Absolutely.
All right. And Mel said what he said. That's Mel from New York City said, the Queen ain't lying. We got to do better as New Yorkers. Listen, y'all ain't got nowhere for us to sit. Texas, I don't know. Maybe we spoil shit. If I buy something from you and if I want to sit outside and watch the people, that's what I want. How I See It TV. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Good morning, Queen Sheba. Good morning, everyone. I want to talk about the B. Simone, and I'm so sad that I forgot the name of her friend. But I saw the clip too, and then I went and I watched the entire thing. And for context, the part about the money of it all, it started that part of the conversation.
No, just tell us what you standing on. I ain't even
Okay.
showed it to him yet.
Oh, you haven't shown? Okay.
No, just tell us what you standing on.
Based on the entire conversation, I can agree with both perspectives, right? But you have to show it first so I can really get into it.
You gotta stand on business. Don't be trying to sneak in here and debate.
I agree. I agree with both their perspective on that situation. It wasn't B. Simone's responsibility to have to take care of a friend financially, and I'm glad that that friend understood that even though my friend is rich because I'm going through something, it doesn't mean that it's her responsibility to dig me out of this hole. And then, but you're gonna have to play that part too. See,
It
I
ain't
came
no
up here
debate.
too
It's
quick.
Saturday.
Too quick.
We ain't explaining. We ain't trying to win nobody over.
And then, but then
come back later.
there was another part of the conversation
Come
that they
back.
had where I
You
said, this is the
windmilling.
conversation. This is the conversation that Shamia and Portia needs to have. It was another part of their conversation where I said, this is the conversation that Shamia and Portia needs to have. And I said what I said.
And she said what she said, and that's how I see it. TV.
We
Listen.
do not care. We do not care.
Listen, it's Saturday morning. I said what I said. That's how we get down over here, y'all. Listen, it ain't personal. Everybody, they used to. We've been doing this for years over here. It's Saturday. We have a good ass time. That's why on Saturday, you need to come over here because we talk shit on Saturdays. I'm sorry for those of you that are new here and you're like, we don't want to hear you curse. Well, it happens on Saturday. Sometimes this is the only place where people can say what they want to say and then go on about their business. Let me drop because how I see it, TV wants to argue. She wants to argue with me and come over here and do this debate. We ain't doing all of that. I'm from New York now. I'm gonna have a heart attack. She's gonna give me a heart attack. Oh my God. How's my New York accent, y'all? Am I doing it? Oh my God. I'm a New Yorker now. I don't do the funny business anymore. Okay, you wise guys? Listen, somebody explain to her. I'm New York. Okay? Gotta go get my coffee. Hold on, New York. Y'all know I love y'all. But this wise guys, you gotta drop down. Let me play the clip. Here we go. We not arguing. Saturday morning is about you standing on business, uninterrupted. Period. They say I sound Italian. Damn, you ain't have to do me like that. I hear Texas. I don't hear no New York. See, now y'all messy. Let me go ahead and drop the clip. Because how I see a TV ready to argue and debate and all that stuff. We don't do that on Saturdays. You get to say whatever the hell you want, even if it's about me. That's how well-rounded we are over here. All right. Let me drop the clip. Because some of you got in a tizzy because you feel like B. Simone should have paid for her friend. No. Hold on. Let me find a damn clip. Let me ask you something. If your friend is making good money as a podcaster and or a YouTuber, and you find yourself falling on hard times and you see your friend, right? According to you, actually, let me play it. Where they at? Hold on. I got to go to the bottom. Sorry, y'all. Thank you for your patience. Let me find it. That's Tyler Perry. Here we go. I got it. Here we go.
Being a best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got it, or they helping you. Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year. Jesus. And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people.
To not have resentment in my heart towards you. Let's continue.
I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed. Jesus. I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest. They're probably shocked that I'm even saying this right. Being a best.
Okay, first of all, we probably wouldn't be friends no more after that. Number one, come on up here. I don't give a damn. I'm going to drop the link. Y'all can say what you want to say. We probably wouldn't be friends after that. And that's the Scorpio in me. Yes, it's recent. Let me go look. They say, is this recent? Is this recent? This was just dropped 2 days ago. Okay. Now, her name is Shakina Boyan is sparking conversation after a vulnerable moment on the Let's Try This Again podcast, where she opened up about the challenges of being best friends with a celebrity, in her case, B. Simone. In the now viral clip, Shakina shared how she struggled this past year as a single mom, even having to move back in with her parents. She had to get on food stamps and Medicaid and watch her car get repossessed, all while having to stay close to someone with the platform and resources. I'm a pause. I am not the Alpha and the Omega. I am not the beginning and the end. I am not your Lord, Jesus Christ. Let me pause. And I said what I said. Because here's the thing about money and resources. We are challenged to be a good steward over our tithes and offering. And if I'm giving you my overflow because you find yourself in a tiffy or if you just find yourself caught between a rock and a hard place as a single mom, and you chose to have kids, right? And you have two parents that you can move in with, and I probably don't. And if I give you my cup runneth over, what happens to me? People don't understand how money truly works. An overflow is so that when I have a bad day, but if I'm busy giving away my overflow, and God forbid the platform, the YouTube, the podcast don't work out, what the hell about me? And I said what I said. Welcome, Darlene, to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Hey, good morning, Queen. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. You got the floor.
Okay, I want to say this about the B. Simone and friend situation. I think that friend was extremely manipulative to even put that kind of pressure on her. Because sometimes, as friends, when you see that your friend is mismanaging or mishandling their resources, you're not always likely to come and rescue them if you see they have a bad habit. It is said that that friend had multiple businesses that failed, refused to pay her own sister when it was time to pay her sister, and got a baby daddy that watched her get her car repossessed. So why are you putting pressure on your friend? I think it's extremely manipulative, and I don't think B. Simone is the greatest friend, but I do think that even if you're not the greatest friend, sometimes you have friends that aren't that great either. So I said what I said.
Period.
Bro, I don't want to talk about it. you just said I'm gonna talk about it. I get angry. Bro, I don't want to.
Period. Let's go to the next person. Simple yet stylish. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What are you standing on?
Hi, Queen. Happy Saturday. I'm in the park with my girls, so I've moved to a quiet corner and I'm going to keep it straight and simple. I don't think B. Simone is the greatest friend either. I agree with the previous caller. However, it's the sense of entitlement for me. I feel like we live in a generation where people are so entitled. People feel as if it's other people's responsibilities to pick them up and to keep them moving. If you've got failed businesses, move on to the next thing. Humble yourself in life. Find something that works for you. Seek counsel and refuge from God. How are you going to sit there and say, maybe I had to go through this process, maybe God was teaching me something, but in the same breath, you're insulting your friend for not showing up for you or not helping you out financially? People are too entitled. She's too entitled and she's not a good friend. I said what I said.
That was simple yet stylish. Let's try it again with How I See It TV. What you standing on?
Yes, I agree. There was definitely a level of entitlement there from what's her name, Shekinah, especially when she went on to say, so if God told you to give Shekinah some money, would you be would you be obedient, or would you still operate from your friendship trauma? I was like, oh, I caught what she did there. She was trying to out her friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I said what I said on that.
There we go. In all honesty, I ain't gonna lie. We wouldn't be friends no more. Number one, I don't give a damn how much money my friends make. When I think about being in a top spot and when anxiety hits me about my future, they are not my end all be all. I drop to my knees. I pray. I ask God to show me the way. I pray. I ask God to show me the opportunity. I'm willing to work for everything. My friend is not my God. My friends' opportunities are not my God. Ask my friends, have I ever asked them for any money? No. And then have the nerve to get my black ass on a podcast and talk about how I had to watch them take somebody out to eat. Hell no. Hell no. That's my friend. And if God moves them to do anything nice for me, then I'm grateful. People do not owe you anything. People's resources are not necessarily automatically dedicated, allocated to you. And I question these new definitions of friendships because y'all keep looking to y'all's friends to hold you down when you should be looking to yourself to hold you down. You got yourself in a position to be a single mom. No tea, no shade, but I said what I said. You got yourself in a position to have to depend on Medicaid. Take your ass over to Amazon. They're hiring 365 days of the year, 24/7. You can pick any shift. I don't care if you're a single mom. Work the night shift while your babies are asleep. Work the night shift while your mom and the kids are asleep. Well, they stop looking to your friends. Stop being lazy. Stop being entitled and get mad because somebody won't give you what God gave them. I said what I said. All right. Y'all ready to move to the next topic? Here's a situation of with two friends, y'all. They got into it. And I'm going to get into the other stuff. Two friends got into it because one friend, a woman and her homegirl, they got into it because one of them was dressed inappropriately in her own home while her friend's boyfriend was there. So let's just say me and my husband go to my homegirl house and I feel like she's dressed inappropriately. They got into it. Let me show you. What are your thoughts? Here we go. Let's switch it up. What are your thoughts? Your house, your rules? Oh, come on, girl. You know I was coming over here with my man. Put some clothes on. Y'all ready? Here we go. Let me know when y'all can see this. Can y'all see this, everybody? Can y'all see the picture? I mean, she's in good shape. Let me see if I can blow it up. Very, like, she looks great. So her homegirl didn't appreciate it. And they want to know who is in the wrong. The homegirl, the homeowner, or the homegirl. Let me read to you everything that went down, and then y'all give me your thoughts. So this girl goes by the name No Caller ID. She said, so I'm at home sitting on the couch watching TV, and my homegirl texts me and says that she and her man just gonna come and stay the night at my place because we going on a road trip that tomorrow morning to have brunch at a restaurant we wanted to try out. So I tell her to come on, that they could sleep on the couch, which has a pull-out bed. So I'm in the kitchen pouring me a glass of wine, and I hear the doorbell ring, followed by a text that says I'm outside. I walk to the door and open it, welcome them both in my home. Of course, my homegirl walked in first, so I gave her a hug and then say what's up to her man and give him a little friendly hug. I closed/locked the door and proceeded back to the couch to continue what I was doing, which was watching my favorite show. So about 5 minutes later, my homegirl dude goes to the bathroom. Then my homegirl asked me if I could go change into something a little bit more appropriate because her man was there. I tell her nicely, no, because I'm in my own home. She rolled her eyes and calls her dude and says, Brandon, we leaving. So he walks back in and they both leave. Am I wrong for responding like I did? Or is she wrong for asking me to dress a certain way in my home? Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. Let's see. Hold on. Queen Liz, what are you standing on?
If it's your house, it's your house. So I wouldn't dress like that, but whatever, depending on the event. But let's just get back to like appropriateness. Like, it's not like, ooh, we can't brush someone, but like just basic appropriateness. The white gloves, little ruffle socks, whatever you want to call it. And I said what I said.
All right, that's Queen Liz. She said what she said. Well, here's a photo of the girl, the homeowner. Let me blow it up. Can y'all see it? On the panel, people that have called in, can y'all see it?
Yes, we can see.
Is she wrong to remain in her outfit in her house as a homeowner? Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? How I see a TV.
I feel both. There is something called etiquette, good manners, that I feel like a lot of people don't understand in this generation. And I feel like she could have put a robe on. Nothing. The friend shouldn't have had to ask her and shouldn't have felt comfortable to ask her because yes, she's in her own home. But I just feel like you have guests coming over. Put on a robe.
Okay. How much time? Okay, let me ask you something. Can anybody just call you the spur of the moment and say,
No.
"Hey, hold on. Let me finish." Can anybody just call you the spur of the moment and say, "Hey, girl, me and my man coming over your house because we gonna go out to eat with you anyway"? So we talking about manners and protocol. What's the real protocol here? I'm not agreeing to disagreeing.
No, you can't just call me at the spur of the moment and tell me you and your man's coming to my house. It's gonna be
Okay.
a no.
So that's what happened. And her friend extended herself, chilling in her house on her couch with wine. Should she have changed? You're saying yes. Simple yes,
Yes.
stylish. Okay. Simple yes, stylish. Should this girl have changed?
Despite the fact that it's her house, I still think she should have changed because, like the previous callers have mentioned, etiquette and, just presenting yourself a certain type of way. She could have just thrown on like a quick sundress or maxi dress or just a pair of joggers or something, because let's be honest, the body is tea, she looks great and everything, but this attire, I feel like it's inappropriate for anyone to see you in that. It doesn't matter if it's your house, it's all about etiquette. So I think she could have just thrown something on quickly. And in regards to her friend, now if you showed up at my door and you didn't call me, you will stand behind that door, you and your man. But I feel like the fact that she called, depending on what type of friendship or relationship they have, she called in advance. So if it was me personally, I would have been like, yeah, that's fine, you can come over because you called me to let me know. But I would also put something on. I would spruce up the house a little bit just to tidy up, It's all about etiquette.
Can you sign it, seal it, and deliver it?
Signed, sealed, and delivered. I said what I said.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Darlene, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. We talking about this girl, her home girl.
Hey,
All right.
Queen, I'm back. I want to
Okay,
say that
what's
the
your thoughts?
the friend that if you consent to invite guests into your home, you should be prepared to host them appropriately, meaning dress appropriately, especially because the dynamic between men and women are not the same. That girl man is not your best friend. That's a man. That is a whole man. So the friend that allowed her friend and her man to come and stay was absolutely wrong. And I said what I said.
All right, Darlene has a completely different opinion. She said what she said. She said, once you agree to let somebody come over your house, you need to change and cover your butt up. Okay, let's go to the next person. Cry on. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What are your thoughts on this photo?
I got two things, right? One, it sounds like she got insecurities with her man. And two, I feel like we need to come out of that mindset where we got to do things to please other people, that people-pleasing thing. And I get it, you know. She's in her own home. She feel like she'll need to change. But it's like maybe she was sitting down. It's up to the kind of man she got. You know what I mean? And I said what I said.
All right.
Bruh.
All right, that was Chiron. Listen, he said what he said. And let me say this. I think we've gotten into a world where we forget that anything that anybody does for you is a gift. It's a random act of kindness. Nobody is obligated to you. Nobody. Say this over and over. Nobody is obligated to you. If they change, that's great. That's considered a courtesy. But the way the world is now, you can't expect people to do something for you, whether you deem it right, wrong, or indifferent because you want it. You at my house. I'm not saying I would dress like that. Let's just be clear. And can we be honest? Most women can't, because most of us are not built like this, right? Most of us will feel uncomfortable just because of the physical aesthetics. And that's no tea, no shade, because it's Saturday morning and I said what I said. But if you are built like this and you're used to dressing like this in public all day, every day, you may deem this as loungewear in your house at this particular age. That's all I'm saying. So if we take all of that out and we really look at, if we really look at it, don't nobody owe nobody nothing. And baby, some people won't even put up their damn dog for you because that's how much they love their animals. I'm just saying. So nobody owes you anything.
What the dog doing?
I'm just saying. And I said what I said. Let's go to the next topic. Some of y'all are like having strong reactions. And I think that does exemplify the fact that she verbalized, hey, my man is here. First of all, if I don't like what I see, I'm out. I ain't asking nobody to cater to me. I ain't asking nobody to put their dog up. I ain't asking nobody to put on clothes. I ain't asking shit. I'm going to say, girl, thank you. But we was able to find a hotel room, friend. Love you. See you in the morning. And I feel like we live in a generation where too many of y'all have made people your gods. Too many of y'all worship other people. That's a form. I know Queen Sheba now. I'm just saying, too many of us have gotten to the point where we look to people to solve our problems, where we look to people to make us feel better. I wish the fuck I would. And I said what I said. So let's go. We finna get in the bag real quick because they want to hear Llama Llama Red Pajama, y'all. Let me play it. That's what they like. Give me about a minute.
Oh, baby.
Llama, llama, red pajama, Reese's story, Reese's mama. Mama keeps his baby hurt. Mama, llama, go downstairs. Llama, llama, red pajama, feels alone without his mama. Baby llama wants a drink. Mama's at the kitchen sink. Llama, llama, red pajama, call down to his llama. Llama, llama.
Hey, yes, that's what they like over here. That's what they like. Thank you. The innocent instigator, 5-piece and a pepper says, I had to come back. Now, how you gonna do us New Yorkers like that? And did just like that. Listen, who is it? They want Llama Llama Toot Latrice with a 2-piece says, I got 10 on it for Llama Llama. Y'all got it. Kimberly Alexander, East Bay Realtor. Thank you for the 50-piece. She says, Llama Llama Red Pajama. I gave it to y'all. Janice Walker coming through with a 10-piece for Llama Llama Red Pajama. Y'all, they like that song over here. Yvette Greer coming through with a 10-piece super sticker. We appreciate you. Just Monique coming through with a 5-piece. A 5-piece and a pepper, honey. She said, New York is bigger than the 5 boroughs, Queen. Don't do us like that. But I did. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to roll it back. Here we go. I'm going to roll it back just to stand on business.
Oh,
Wait. Why they doing me like that? That's what I get. Never mind, I ain't gonna do it. Anywho, we're gonna move on to the next topic. It won't even let me do it. That's what I get for talking crap. All right, we going to the next one. Let's see. Give me 1 second. We got B Simone. Let's go to Chad Ochocinco, because he done did the damn food with his Jane Doe. And if you don't know what Jane Doe means by now, catch up. All right, listen. All right, do y'all really have a problem with black men dating out of their race? Let me ask y'all. Keep it. Let me drop the link, because y'all gonna lie anyway. Y'all gonna lie. Come on up here. Don't even talk about Chad Ochocinco. Do you, as a woman, a black woman, okay, let's say a black woman. Let me start there. Do y'all have a problem with black men dating outside their race? Come on up here. The Hall said, nah. Yvette says she don't care, but I need to hear it. I need to hear it from the source, because y'all be saying it. I'm a full-blooded African-American white woman. You know what I'm saying? Love Mira. We just talking to my who cares. That's why we talk about it on Saturday. I said what I said, they can come up, because this is going to segue us into the topic of Chad Ochocinco. He done went and got him a damn Jane Doe. And if you're not careful with these Jane Does, you're going to find yourselves in a RICO. You better ask Diddy. You're going to find yourself in a RICO now. Oh, I don't nobody want to come up and go on record. Okay, well, let me move on. I don't want to hear it. This is your chance. Once I start talking about Chad Ochocinco, I don't want to hear it. We've moved on.
I've only ever had thoughts about it when it came to the black men who would use their preference in terms of dating out of their race as a way to downgrade black women. Like, oh, I don't date black women because they're loud and this and that. And I'm like, that's not
So
true.
if you had to summarize it, do you have a problem with black men dating out of their race?
No.
Would that be a yes or no?
No, I don't have a problem as long as you're respectful to the race that you came from.
Or is that conditional?
Maybe so.
Okay, because we tell the truth over here. We tell the truth over here. You got to keep it real. So that's a yes. Would that be a yes?
So. Yes.
See, that's it. Thank you for keeping it real. Can you sign it, seal it, and deliver it?
I said what I said.
She said what I said. She got a problem with it. See, we tell the truth, y'all. We don't play over here. Welcome, Yvette Greer. Do you have a problem with black men that date outside their race?
Good morning, Queenie. Good morning, Palace. Not at all. If that's what you want to do that. Just don't use it and weaponize it against black women. I don't care who you date, as long as it's not mine. So please, no problem at all as far as I'm concerned. And I said what I said, by the way.
All right. That's Yvette Greer. She said what the hell she said. She said, I don't care what you do, to be honest with you. She don't. Cry on. Do you have a problem with black men dating outside of their race?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Thank you for being honest. Tell us why.
Because even when they're with the person, the other race walking, they can't look another black person in the eye when they walk by. They just they feel it in their soul it's wrong, and they know it's wrong. We gotta stick together. That's it. Culture, different things. We gotta be together to experience that side of ourselves. And that's what I said.
All right, that's Cryon said. Cryon said what they said. Listen, Bronze Sugar, welcome. Do you have a problem? We don't lie over here. We keep it real, unfiltered. Do you have a problem with black men dating outside of their race?
Hey, Queen Palace. I personally do have a problem with black men that date outside their race, because in my opinion, I feel when they do that they actually treat those women better than they treat us if they were dating us.
How do you feel like those women are being treated better? Give us like 2 examples.
Oh goodness, you put me on the spot. Like
Yeah,
the
because you can't just be talking over here without no backup.
because okay, so
You
let's just
already
say
know.
let's say the celebrities, for example. Okay, if they have a non-black spouse, they seem to make it seem like they have like such this great prize or something, or like that these women are just doing something or are something that we as black women are not. So that's what makes me not like it. And then the regular guys try to emulate the celebrities.
All right, can you sign it, seal it, and deliver it?
I said what I said.
All right, thank you. That was Bronze Sugar. She said what she said. She said she got a problem. So far, we got 3 people that got a problem. Uni Boo, welcome. Do you have a problem? Keep it real. Don't clean it up. Give us the raw.
I don't care because I also date outside my race. So if you can do it, I can do it too. So I don't have a problem.
Wow. Tell us why. Keep going.
Because here's the thing. The previous caller said, she think that they treat the other race women better. Personally, for me, they have the same black men that we have. That's how I feel. So it's like, why am I going to have a problem about somebody else's choices? The same choices you have, I have the same choices too. I
All
go where I'm
right.
celebrated. And I said what I said.
Oh, she said what she said.
Happy Shut Your Ass Up Saturday. You already know the assignment. Pretty simple. Keep the petty on high heat. And if somebody starts talking that silly shit, it's shut your ass up. Petty-luya.
That's what we do, y'all. That's what we do on Saturdays. We have a good time over here. And Uni Boo says, if you can do it, I can do better than that. Thank you for coming up, ladies, and telling your truth. I really appreciate Community Observation says, I'm a black man and I have a problem with it. Well, click the damn link. Come on up and tell us why. Here, I done put it out here now. Come on up here, community. We got a man. I think we got a man, y'all. I got the stuff that you want. I got the welcome said. What you standing on today?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep, you got the mic. We're listening.
So, from my perspective, African American men and African American women are two different races when it comes to how they interact with the world. Oftentimes, you will see African American men submerged in a white environment or white communities comfortably. We don't find the black woman there so readily available. Um, Oftentimes, also, it's not too, most of the time, even if you go to Walmart, you can't throw a rock and not hit a black male out with a white woman. And just to,
Walmart.
not even Walmart.
Oh, go ahead.
So it's just everywhere. It's ubiquitous. And it's far more than any other race. And actually, what it does is now African American women as a whole, you have to compete with all of the races of the earth for your male when no other race is set up that way. And the black male has set that tone. He has set that trend. And right now we are in a season to where that is actually becoming more evident. When we look back on this 10 years from now, today is going to be the day that we're going to realize that's when that shit was really getting out of control. And we really didn't pay attention to it then. Like we are at a catalyst. And if you go into Dillard's and go into the perfume section, every black male is pictured with a white woman with biracial children. Also, any woman can give birth to a black child. Any race of woman can give birth to a black child. So why are you necessary?
Oh,
And so, but no other, you can't say that for any other race of child to be given. Even and just to pinpoint on what the other young lady was trying to express when she feels like these black men have a better version of life for these non-black women. That is also how black men communicate to the black community. The black male is the leading cause of death of his own race. For
Can you
any
sign
other,
it
I can sign it, seal it, and deliver it.
and just say I said what I said? Said, if you could say I said what I said, they know not to take it personal. Oh, said left. Y'all, you gotta remember to sign it, seal it, and deliver it. Let me go to Sunshine. Kendall, you're up next. Welcome, Sunshine. What you standing on?
Hey, Queen Sheba, what I'm standing on is that when people start to give out information, they need to fact check themselves. As far as the Little Rod lawsuit against Sean Combs, when people keep saying that it's been dismissed, that is totally incorrect. It has not been dismissed. Yes, there were some pieces that were dismissed. However, sex trafficking, sexual assault, the liability claims, all of those were allowed to proceed. As far as what Banna said when she was in court, saying, well, this was wrong and that was wrong, that girl was deep on dope. So the things that she may have said to that man that he put in the claim, how do we know that it wasn't due to her being so high all the time or what have you? But if you notice, the things that he filed in Little Rod's lawsuit, we are seeing a lot of those things come to fruition. And also the things that he said in Cassie's lawsuit came to fruition. So to just throw that out there and say, oh, we have to dismiss that. Nah, I'm not dismissing any of that. I'm going to wait and see what happens because I think that a lot of stuff is going to happen this year. And I stand on it.
And can you say, I said what I said?
I said what I said. And when we come back, I'm going to say it again because
hold on. When you say I said what I said, you got to stop, Sunshine.
Okay. All right. I'm going to stop, Bookie.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I said what I said. Bye.
Bye, Sunshine.
That's no surprise at all.
All right, that was Sunshine. Listen, once y'all sign it, seal it, and deliver it, that's it. That gives it that chef's kiss. Welcome, Kendall. What you standing on as it relates to what we talking about? Are you bothered that Black men date outside their race? Keep it real.
Not at all. Not at all. I feel like it's 2025. People are dating outside their gender. Why can't you date outside of your race? So it doesn't bother me. The only thing that kind of gets under my skin is when people who date outside of their race, and I'm not against it. I've dated outside of my race. But when you feel like you have the need to seem like they're the superior race, and that's a little creepy. But I feel like if they're entertaining someone else, that's one less creep that you have in our community that we have to deal with. I appreciate them for taking the trash out pretty much. So.
Can you wait a minute? Hold on.
I'm not saying that they date outside their race.
I'm saying you gotta say you ain't gotta explain. If you say you gotta say what's today's show called what?
And I said what I said.
Thank you. All right, that was Kendall. Kendall said what she said. Darlene, welcome real quick before I put up chat Ochocinco. Are you bothered? Keep it real. We don't lie over here. We keeps it real. Are you really bothered?
I am bothered. I'm not bothered because I personally care because I have a Black man myself, but I am bothered when Black men and Black women date outside of their race, particularly Black men and women, because we find it strange when people bleach their skin. We look at it like it's self-hate, but how could you look at the opposite, sex of a different race and see your children, your future children in them? I think that's a little weird. I find it weird. So yeah, I do got a problem with it. I said what I said.
All right.
Let the games begin. Let the games begin.
That's Darlene. She said what she said. So here we go, y'all. We're gonna transition really quick to Ochocinco. Chad said he don't give a damn what y'all talking about. He went and got him a Jane Doe. Now here's the thing. You could do what you want to do and live in color, but don't come crying over here. My question is, what the hell happened to Sherelle? Chad, you done got this woman knocked up, pregnant, proposed to her, didn't marry her. What the hell is going on? Y'all, do you think that when men move on like this, is this like a lack of disappointment that they have with Black women, or is this a lack of discipline? Put it in the chat. And I said what I said. Here we go. This is Chad Ochocinco's new woman, okay? Her name is Camboda. Cambode 1A. Okay? This is it. This is his new Jane Doe. Hold on, I got some more. I know I got more than this. I typically do my homework. So Chad has gone public with this young lady. He done got her a Chanel bag. They out and about. He making it do what it do. He's living his life. Here it is. They want to know, are y'all here for it? Ochocinco goes Instagram official with his new boo Chan. Oh, her name is Chan. Are y'all mad? Because y'all didn't get chose. I'm just asking. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just asking. Let me go to Gray. Let me see what Gray talking about. Welcome, Gray. Saturday morning, I said what I said. What you standing on?
Good morning, Sheba. How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, I love your show, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead
Um,
and you got the floor because sometimes my mic won't come off mute.
okay, I'm sorry. I don't. I guess you would say, yeah, I'm mad. I do not approve of black men dating outside their race, or black women dating outside their race. Now, there is an exception. If it happens organically, if people just kind of happen to meet and fall in love, of course. But just going out here looking for somebody of another race, I think a lot of times it seems like to me the more money they get, the lighter the women get. You know, we saw with Michael Jordan, he started out with a very light skinned black woman. Now he's with a flat out white woman. With Eddie Murphy, he started out with a very light skinned black woman. Now he's with a flat out white woman. It's like they just want to creep across that line. And I really wish one day one of them would be really honest about why. Because to be truthful, when you see the children, the offspring, they're not really perpetuating their legacy. You know, with Eddie, do we have another Eddie? With Michael Jordan, do we have another Michael Jordan? How you think you're gonna get that?
And very interesting point. Let's pause for a
I,
second.
I think they're diluting their own legacy.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let me see what the chat is saying. Let me see what the chat is saying. You bring a different perspective. Very interesting. Let me see what they talking about. She say, if you want a Michael Jordan, hold on, then you need to get with a Deborah Jordan. That's basically what she's saying.
Hello? That's what
I'm
I
here.
said. I said it. Can I bring up another little point? I don't know. I think a lot of
Hold
people
on. We
try to
gotta
make.
let that marinate. Just you got it. Let that marinate. We gotta
Okay,
give them time to
okay,
respond over here. Just go on mute for me real quick, cause you cooking.
okay,
We trying to let that marinate. We're gonna let it simmer for a second. That's on medium high,
okay.
y'all. Medium high heat. She cooking. I'm gonna put her on. I just trying to get y'all. They saying facts. They reacting to you. They saying okay. They're agreeing with you. Let me see what the men are saying. Okay, the women are agreeing. Even the white women are agreeing with you. And I know the white women in my chat. So I ain't gonna call them out. Oh, let's see what's going on. We got people coming back up here. Hold on. They agree with you. So what's the second point you want to make? Hit mute. Gray, hit your microphone because I put you on mute.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
It's the same point I want to expound on a little bit, but this time I want to implicate the black women a little bit. You know, everybody saw Met Gala, everybody saw Diana Ross at the Met Gala. You know, Diana Ross, she tends to, you know, she started going up the white line too. And she did one photo, I don't know if people saw it, with all of her family, all her grandkids. Most of her grandkids are flat out white. And what one YouTuber pointed out, I can't think of her name, the beauty that Diana Ross has, we don't see that beauty passed down the line. It got diluted. I'm just speaking facts.
So you don't think Tracy's beautiful?
Tracy, yes, but Tracy is more black. I'm talking about the ones that turn white.
Okay,
If
let
you
me
see
ask
the
you
picture I'm talking about, I'm talking about the
Okay.
one when it go down the line. Yes, Tracy is very beautiful.
Okay, fill in the blanks for me. With the
There's a
first thing.
picture of Diana Ross.
Hold on. Pause. You gotta pause. Hear me out.
I'm
Fill in the blank
sorry.
for me. No, follow me. Don't overthink it. I got two questions. I got two scenarios. Just fill in the blank.
Okay.
Black men, the first one is black men date white women because of blank.
Status.
Okay. Black women date white men because of blank.
Money.
All right. That's all we need. You heard it here. Saturday morning, I said what I said. And that's the way, I like it.
Okay.
Thank you. Great. We're gonna take you down. That was great. I love it when they keep it real. How I See a TV, simple yet stylish. Would you like to take 10 seconds real quick before I go to the next caller to react to Gray's commentary?
I agree 100%. And I also feel like the reason why black men date outside of their race, especially the celebrities and the wealthy ones, is because there's a strategy in place. The people that manage them, control them, don't want them to keep the dollar in the black community. It's with the athletes, it's with the rappers, it's with the celebrities. And just to piggyback off of what some of the previous callers said regarding if they have a problem with black men dating white women. When I went to Ghana in 2023, I went to one of the slave castles, and our tour guide actually told us, when he showed us the male dungeon and the female dungeon, he actually told us that a lot of the time, whenever the male slaves were being tortured, the female slaves would jump in and defend the male slaves, and that would put them into more trouble, which meant they would be raped, they would be beaten, but they would still jump in and defend the black men. And I feel like a lot of black men know the struggles and the strength that black females have. And so when they're with black females, they feel like they don't have to do too much. They do the bare minimum. But when they get with these women that are not black, they give them the soft life from beginning to end. And I said what I said.
She said what she said. How I See It TV. You got to keep it real short because I got a few more callers. Do you want to react to Gray? We got to keep it short. If not, I'll go to the
There's
next
a
person.
historical context to it as well. From my culture, a lot of black girls were told, get with a light skin, get with a white, get with a white man so your babies can have light skin and pretty hair. So when you said black women get with white men because of history, and black men get with white women because of history.
Sign it, seal it, deliver it.
I said what I said.
All right, that's How I See It TV. We're gonna go to the next person. Listen, give me 1 second. If y'all are putting $9.99 super chats to boot somebody down, just say boot. Otherwise, I don't know what it's for. Okay. Let me go real quick to Said. Keep it sweet. Keep it short and sweet. Said, what you standing on? Oh, he drop down. Uni Boo, what you want to say, Uni Boo?
I agree with certain things. I feel like for the male celebrities, it's like a new model. Basically, I'm getting upgrade. I'm having more money, more status, and I need someone to match where I'm at now. As of if they had a black wife or girlfriend, it's in their struggle days. It represents struggle for them. White represents status because I'm a new person. I have new stuff to do, new money. And I feel with the black women, personally for me, we don't just go seek out there for white men. It just sometimes it happened to be the one that actually care for us. I said what I said.
All right, that's Uni Boo. She said what she said. She said these are the type of white men that black women be dating. I'm just kidding. She didn't say that. She did not say that. I said that. Let me move on. So really quick, we're talking about Chad Ochocinco. He done went and got himself a Jane Doe. Listen, be careful that you don't catch a Rico, okay? So Ochocinco then went IG official with his new little boo thing. Her name is Chan. And people are just basically saying, bro, what you doing? You was just with Sherelle. Before that, you was with Barbie Bates. And one thing we know about Ochocinco, most women that he have been with, he is going to make a baby. Is this going to be another single parent household? So she got her Chanel purse. We know he's very generous up front. When he first started dating, you're going to get a purse, you're going to get some earrings, you're going to get some shoes, you're going to get a few dinners, you're going to get some sex, and you may walk away with a baby. Okay. Oh, yep. So this is his girlfriend. And then we extended the conversation to say, are you, because many men feel like black women are jealous when black men date outside their race. And of course, if you're just joining us, we had both perspectives given from men and women regarding the dating of outside your race. Somebody, Ochocinco responded to a fan asking about his new quote unquote situation. And they said, you're not tired of being with a new woman every 6 months at your big age? He said, hell no, I ain't even tired. The fuck you mean? I'll see you in 6 months as soon as this one ends, sis. Now, here's my thing. Ocho, Shannon Sharp, Diddy, and the rest of them. This how y'all ass get in trouble because there is public documentation I'm just saying, if you are hosting any kind of freak-offs, any type of orgies, any types of anything, be it consensual, and you keep publicly documenting these women, going official with them, that's how y'all get jammed up. And you have to pay, whether it's true or not true. Sit your ass down, get yourself in a good Bible-based church, but that's not the life they want. You get what I'm saying? That's not the life they want. And with that being said, let me go to my super chats real quick. Thank you, real quick. Thank you, Shanda Walker, for the 20-piece super sticker. She said, listen, I have been tasting the rainbow since I was a teenager. If that man is kind to me and respects me and we share the same moral code, I will date him and I don't give a damn who don't like it. Argue with your mama. And she said what she said. Y'all be off the chain. Corinne, thank you for the $9.99 super sticker. We are going to move on to Fat Joe. Are y'all ready? I ain't going to get too deep into Fat Joe. I'm going to just say this and then y'all can give y'all opinion. We're going to do a deep dive on Fat Joe in a different segment. Here's my issue with the person, Fat Joe's hype man, that ran his ass down to the courthouse to tell. I smell a rat. And I don't smell a rat because you are telling. I smell a rat because of the reason why you're telling. And it sounds like to me, you may have committed a crime, sir. See, I don't really care about these women that these men be sleeping with and all of these things that these women do with these men. But it sounds like with this particular case, I don't even care about him hiring somebody, right? For 50 cents. I ain't going to even get too deep into that. That ain't the part I'm focused on. What I want to keep all of you encouraged on is the part for the kids. Don't skip over the kids. And it sounds like if this is true, you didn't carry your ass down to that damn courthouse because you want to help the government because you slept with them kids too, allegedly. And here's my thing with immunity. I don't give a damn who they are. If you slept with a kid, you don't get fucking immunity. And I said what I said. I don't care about none of that other shit. I don't care about 50 Cent, the money, who this and this, the clothes. If you touch a kid, should you be granted immunity? And why the fuck are you filing a lawsuit before the kids can even get anything with your big grown ass? That's what I have a problem with. Why you take your overgrown ass to the courthouse? The kids ain't even had a chance to come forward to say, yes, he touched me. Yes, he slept with me. You trying to get all the food and eat before the kids. Okay. What are your thoughts? Simple yet stylish.
Hey, Queen. I can't speak
Hey.
on this because I don't actually know what's going on with Fat Joe. I'm behind. So I'm going to skip this one out and I'm going to catch up and find out.
Let me bring everybody up to speed really quick. And we're not going to stay on it too long. I'll do a deep dive. Hold on. I'll do a deep dive. But here's what's happening. First of all, the lawsuit has been filed in the same courthouse that Diddy's trial is currently being held. Fat Joe's former hype man has officially hit him with a $20 million lawsuit filed with detailed claims of pedophilia, coercion, sex trafficking, and more. But there seems to be, with this particular lawsuit, a specific focus on teenage girls. And this is what I'm getting for the neighborhood talk, as well as other sources, and I'll read them all. As we previously reported, Fat Joe's former hype man, Terrence T.A. Dixon, originally made the claims publicly on social media earlier this year. That resulted in Fat Joe suing him for defamation in late April. Joe's lawsuit stated that Dixon's claims were a criminal conspiracy for cash. Well, instead of dropping those claims, Dixon decided to up the stakes, filing a new bombshell lawsuit on Thursday. According to Variety, the new lawsuit says Fat Joe took part in coercive labor, exploitation, financial fraud, sexual manipulation, violent intimidation, and psychological coercion, with claims that Roc Nation helped cover it all up. Jay-Z, they keep pointing to you for some reason. Jay-Z, they keep pointing to you for some reason. Do y'all not see the undertone, the underbelly of what's happening? Do y'all not see when I told you, I went on my short, I said, the government is the big bad wolf that have come to blow all of your houses down. The government fought hard in the Diddy case to cover up those names of those men that were in that freak-off, in that room in Vegas with Jane Doe. When that rapper paid her $9,000 and she testified under oath, when she got to Vegas, she got $9,000. She was brought in on a private jet. Then she gets to Vegas. She goes to dinner, right? With the rapper under the name Bear. Then they go out, they have a good time, they come back to the hotel, they walk into a room, there's more rappers in there, and they all stood around while a woman was being banged. Now, we don't know who the woman is. Most people believe, allegedly, that it was Kanye West, and everybody was watching Bianca, allegedly, be banged by the escort. Diddy's defense team wanted to release the names that was in that room. The government didn't. When have you known the government to help any black man out? Question mark. I'm just saying. When have you known the government to be overkind and just courteous in that manner? You know what? I think they didn't. And then guess what? A week later, boom, a dime fell on them. This Fat Joe lawsuit is dropped. Now it points to Rock Nation. Remember when Capricorn testified? This is 3 times passively. There's a passive mention of Jay-Z, directly or indirectly. The first time is when Capricorn testified under oath that she told Cassie, you need to get away from Diddy, and Cassie stated what? Jay-Z is taken. The second time is when Banna testified under oath that she and Cassie tried to venture off and have their own business, and they felt like Beyonce was competition to them. This is the third time, not in the Diddy lawsuit, but this is a third instance that Jay-Z, somebody's slightly turning the needle, just slightly testing the waters towards Jay-Z or anything that is connected to Jay-Z, whether it's his wife, his record label. Now watch this. If you've been on my channel, and I told you, I said, what happens here, I'm not talking about kids, I'm talking about the grown women. It seems like these grown women, well, it ain't no seems like. So there are freak-offs that are being ran in Hollywood, right? By a lot of people. But everybody has their way of conducting their freak-offs. And the women jump from circle to circle to circle based on the benefit package. When Cassie said Jay-Z is taken, we doing Diddy After Dark tonight. You get what I'm saying? We doing Diddy After Dark tonight. We doing it. The SP family say, Queen Sheba, you be on target with, yeah, it has to make sense, right? Now you got this guy. Now, why would this guy? So first of all, if you know the street code, you got to be like, bro, why would you even come out and say this? Do you not value your life? If you know Fat Joe, from what you're claiming, put a hit on 50 Cent, why the hell are you talking? Now, what would make more sense to you why a man like this would talk? To me, you already in witness protection. Ain't no way you going to run to the government and tell all this stuff this man done did and think you finna go home and sing Kumbaya and eat Sunday dinner without looking over your back. If you have testified in those court documents, right, when you're talking to the feds in these interviews and saying he put out a hit on 50, people were going to 50's concerts, he had surveillance, he had something on 50's head. This is what I'm telling y'all, right? And then you gonna go tell on him? The only way you would feel that comfortable, in my opinion, and I'm not calling the man a rat, I say I smell a rat, is if you're in witness protection already. You've been guaranteed some type of protection. You see what I'm saying? Because the government has the resources to be able to move you away in a foreign country, fly you in when they're ready for you to testify. Were you good? When I said the government is the big bad wolf that's here to blow your house down, I was talking about the whole operation. And y'all see, I just be ahead of my time. Now you see it a week later. But you heard it here first. And when I said it, y'all were saying, you saying a bunch of nothing. No, I'm not. I told you, remember the names. Remember the names. They're teasing what's to come next. But the government did not want those names to be released yet by the defense. Why? Because you don't want niggas scurrying and scraping and scrambling and intimidating witnesses, which is why Puffy got picked up early. Diddy was picked up earlier. He was going to be allowed to turn himself in until they were notified that he was what? Intimidating witnesses. There was over 80 calls to who? Bad boy artists, in particular women. It has to make sense. So the government did everything they could last week to hold fast and tight to those names that are in that room. watching these freak-offs because I don't want to give them a heads up where they can go and start doing damage control. Period. Now, Fat Joe's former hype man is accusing him of hideous things. I ain't taking no side yet. I got to see what's happening because I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to kids, I got little to no understanding. I don't give a damn who you are. Let me pause. Oh, Yvette says she heard that Jay-Z is buying a house in the UK. Listen, if y'all sit down and if you go through Google and see who in the last, I'm going to say 6 months have moved overseas. See, Russell Simmons caught the first thing smoking a few years ago. The first thing smoking. But if you do over the past 6 months, who has relocated? Rosie O'Donnell. Who else? It was somebody else. It's a lot of them. Ellen. Rosie O'Donnell. But I also told y'all months ago, if you were on this page, I played a 10-minute segment of Dr. Louis Farrakhan. He warned them, and he said they're coming after y'all. Because this man has intel upon intel upon intel. He said they're coming after y'all, and it's all about the money. They will return the money to sender. Times have changed. They're going to allow you to make a little bit of money, and then they're going to yank it away. They're going to return it to the sender. I'm going to get what I gave you back, whether I get it on the front end or I get it on the back end. We went through that. Okay, y'all say Rick Ross, Kanye West. Y'all, okay, let me continue. Hold on. So, according to Terrence Dixon, he's accusing Fat Joe of psychological coercion, violent intimidation, financial fraud, sexual manipulation. And he's saying that Rock Nation is a part of it because they have the money and the resources and they helped cover it up. Most shockingly, it details alleged sexual relationships with minors, y'all. Kids. To Latrice say J-Lo and skipped and took her ass overseas. Leonardo DiCaprio, they all over there. Now this one is very specific because whether it's true or not, will not the feds bite this? Oh, you talking about kids? And y'all keep talking about them tunnels and all of this. Now we got kids that are being named. This is the first one where we actually get somebody that's bold enough to say he was raping kids. Watch this. Dixon says he personally, that means in the room, witnessed Fat Joe engage in sexual relationships with children. That means multiple, who were 15 and 16 years old. The suit mentions 3 Jane Does and alleges Joe would do things like pay phone bills, give cash or clothes in exchange for oral sex from a 16-year-old Dominican girl. It also accuses him of sleeping with a 15-year-old overseas and flying her from the States multiple times. If he did that, there is proof of flight. If he did that, I don't give a damn how much you pay. You see, Puffy paid $100,000 to make Cassie's tape go away. Did it not resurface? Who got it? The feds. The feds, because the guy testified under oath. The forensic audio and digital expert said it ain't no such thing as deleting. You can waste your money if you want to. You can pay $1 million. But when we want it, it's big bank take little bank. We gonna go get it. We the feds. So if you pay for that little girl to fly here and there, they gonna find it, baby. I don't give a damn if you have fictitious travel agents. They gonna find it, baby. We done watched them go 16 years back on Diddy. I have in the courtroom. Aunt Natty says, why in the hell didn't he do something? Thank you. Let's continue. That's what I'm getting to. 3 Jane Does that were children. And the youngest one was a 15-year-old that he really enjoyed, y'all. And this one, he flew overseas, flying her to the States multiple times. It alleges that at some point, Joe paid for the girl's BBL. Watch this, because her body wasn't fully formed. You nasty bastard, if that's true. Because if you want a woman, then you get a woman. But you don't take a child and try to mold her. And guess what? If it's true, see, you can't lie about this shit to the feds because they can go back and track it. If this is not true, he going to jail for lying on Fat Joe. You cannot lie under oath to a federal agent. It's against the law. They going to track that BBL. I don't give a damn if you think you got 15 fake accounts. They going to get to the bottom of it. All right? Yeah. Joe paid for the girl's BBL because her body wasn't fully formed. Dixon says Joe was in love with Jane Doe, the 15-year-old. He liked that young one and allegedly wanted to leave his wife for her, paying all of her bills. See, at this point, I'm like, paying all of her bills? You mean paying her parents' bills? Because she shouldn't have had no bills at 15. That's when I say y'all got to pause sometimes when reading stuff and say, nah, that part don't make no sense. So that means her mom and her dad sold her off to the highest bidder, flying her to tour stops and put her up in a condo near his home. Dixon and his lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, who we've known, I know, to be a crook, a liar, based on this case, allegedly have a recorded phone call of Jane Doe 3, talking about Joe to her cousin. And Dixon claims that he was also forced, watch this, forced to participate in 4,000 sex acts and humiliating situations, including sex acts performed under duress and surveillance, accompanied by threats of abandonment in foreign countries if he refused compliance. He said he only submitted to take part due to death threats and fear of losing his career. Allegedly, they're recording, sir, now you can lie to the government if you want. To me, this sounds like grape. Now you lie. I don't believe you. I believe that it may have happened, but I don't believe you were forced. I believe now you know, and you've gotten wind of how far the government has gone back in this Diddy case, and you ran your ass down there to that courthouse because now you know the feds are the big bad wolves that has access to everything, to these clouds, and you trying to go and say, just in case y'all see me on tape, just in case you see me doing something with a kid, I was forced. He was going to leave me in a foreign country. Guess what? Leave me, motherfucker. And I said what I said because I ain't touching no kid. What are your thoughts? Unibu, simple yet stylish.
Answer is yes. I think he's a rat, and I think that's nasty. And the government always give people, how would I say? You're right when you say like they go after the big fish. So it's like, let's see how much can we get, which bigger person we can get by just digging up and trying to talk to the small fishes. And I think this case is bigger than what we think it is. And I think Rock Nation, Jay-Z, I think there's a reason why your name keep popping up. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So that's my point. That's my take on that.
All right. Simple yet stylish. Do you have any thoughts on this?
I agree. I think it's really disgusting. I mean, there's no words to describe what he's being accused of. And at this point, I just believe that they all do the same thing for fame, for money, for power. And it's just that year of revelation where they're all going to come tumbling down like bricks. I think for him to be suing Fat Joe as well, he needs to get a big slap on the wrist because he played a part in it and now he's just trying to save himself. And I agree with Yvette, the previous caller. There is a much, much, much bigger fish in this pond that they're trying to catch. And so the feds are just brewing up and just taking things slowly and gathering up as much information as they can. And I believe that it is Jay-Z that they're coming after. I believe he's the biggest fish in the pond.
Thank you. Okay. Can I elaborate now that you said that? Can I be honest with y'all? And I didn't want to say it, and I've been knowing it for weeks based on a very, very confidential source. They got Diddy. Everybody they're squeezing is so that they can get Jay-Z. Y'all have to pay attention. I told you everything is hidden in front of you in plain sight. This is not a conspiracy theory. The government, okay, let me tell you something about a python snake. Have you ever seen people put these snakes on social media, these big snakes that they call pets, and they'll put them on their children and no, they're friendly. And the snake is just kind of squirming around the neck and going around and around, and always tell people they're just sizing you up. The snake is just sizing you up to see how much pressure to apply when it does decide to attack. The government made a misstep a few months ago when they went after Jay-Z and they assigned the wrong attorney. They assigned Tony Busby. See, they didn't do their due diligence by when you go after a big fish like that, you gotta do a extensive background check. You know what you got on Jay-Z. Tony Busby was put there on purpose, but they didn't do their due diligence on him. And he got waved in as a white man. But what they fail to realize, he's a white man with a dark past, a muddy history. So damn, he messed it up for them. So now they got to come through the back door. Not to say that Jay-Z is innocent and or guilty. I'm just telling you the play has already been in front of you. They couldn't get him. They already had Puffy. Puffy won't talk. Puffy and Jay-Z are indeed very good friends. Let me just tell you, to my very credible source, everybody's just laying low. It's not that the people don't want to come to the courthouse for him. Everybody is laying low because they understand that the government is squeezing like that python snake. They just don't know who's going to talk. Surprise, surprise, is always the lower mofos in your camp, the ones that don't have anything, which is why the Bible says, be not confused. Evil company, what? Corrupts good morals. You cannot be, we talked about B. Simone, you cannot be friends with somebody that's not equally yoked. You can't be close friends with somebody that's not there with you. Eventually, their envy will turn to hate and betrayal. Ask Jesus. Didn't Judas betray him for what? 15 pieces of silver, which is about $1,500, $2,500 today's date. 15 pieces of silver, even kissed him on the cheek to let the enemy know, this is when I kiss him on the cheek, that'll be your cue. This is the right one. So you got to be careful of the people that I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to do this. Don't take care of nobody. It ain't your job to save nobody. It's their job to save themselves, number one. Not to excuse, refute, or deny any of these claims, but I'm just saying the ones that'll betray you are sitting at your table. You better quickly identify the Judas in your camp and don't say shit. Just quietly disassociate, especially if you're doing dirt. Now, they've been coming after Jay-Z. They couldn't get him. They sent the wrong white man. So guess what they decided to do? We're not going to send any outsiders. We'll just recruit the insiders. Now this is what you're looking at. They've always been looking for them kids. I received information that the top dog was Jay-Z. But guess what? I ain't say nothing because I say, y'all ain't finna attack me. Because y'all worship these people. Y'all worship Beyonce. But I was told that Jay-Z and Beyonce run their Freakoffs a little bit differently than Diddy runs his. We going Diddy tonight. We going Diddy after dark tonight. Y'all remember Superhead? Watch this. Y'all remember Superhead? Slept with all them rappers and y'all was calling her a hoe. You read the book. She came out with 2 series. She said we will walk in as women, pick our champagne and our drug of choice. Y'all, those were Freakoffs. Freakoffs have just become more sophisticated. How many of you still have an iPhone 5? Not, never. You got 15, 16, right? Just like technology evolves, the Freakoffs have evolved. So they're not as messy. They're more exclusive now. They don't have to recruit video hoes. You got bitches that are selling themselves out independently on Instagram, right? There's more of a benefit package where you can buy silence and guarantee that they're not going to go off like Superhead and buy a book and tell. You get what I'm saying? Lil Wayne had a, Drake had a, Jay-Z had a. Those were Freakoffs that these girls would jump to, these different circles. Y'all thought she was being a hoe. She was describing Freakoffs to you. You just didn't know it was hidden in plain sight. So as time has evolved, look at Blue. What's that lady name that y'all say Jay-Z did wrong? Blue Cantrell. Y'all say he used to be with Maya. Didn't Jay-Z not get Beyonce when she was a teenager? She was 16. Y'all ain't paying attention. Had Foxy Brown before that. She told you he had Foxy Brown. Y'all ain't paying attention. So it's nothing for a fat Joe to fall in love with a 16-year-old. Jay-Z did it, but you know how he did it? He did it. He made it official and he married her. So all of you were acceptable to it. You even got rumors of Tyga sleeping with Kylie Jenner when she was 13. What y'all say, 14, 15? It's happening and it's hidden in plain sight, period. but they've been after Jay-Z for a long time. The problem with Jay-Z is he has a lot of money and a lot of resources. Why is that a problem? He has people plugged in different places that can give him a heads up, and he can make problems go away. Kanye told you. Kanye told you who's on top. I know y'all say he crazy sometimes, but he told you who the top dog is now. It's Jay-Z. That's who they're going after. That's who they're going after. What are your thoughts, ladies, before we end?
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. You spoke on it, Queen. They're coming after Jay-Z. They're going to come after him really big. They're going to come after him really hard. They're just brewing up the case. They're just gathering everything that there is together so that when they do finally hit him, there's nowhere for him. There's no wall for him to, they're going to back him up against the wall, should I say. There's nowhere for him to turn to. There's nowhere for him to run. That's all.
All right. Thank you. Akiri says Jay-Z's household probably more sober than Diddy. Being sober makes you probably more sober. See, my thing is, you see everything Tyler Perry did when we read the court notes. Tyler didn't act a fool in hotels. Tyler Perry would invite his victims to his house. I have surveillance. I have control. Tyler was not sober, but he acted a fool in his house. Diddy acted a fool in public. So I don't know if Jay-Z is necessarily more sober. I think he goes, if this is true, let's just put a big if. If this is true, he takes the necessary precautions to ensure that he's within the confines of his home. Does that make sense? And don't wait for me to call on y'all. If you have something to say, just jump in, y'all. All right, let me go to.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry about the background noise. I agree. I think Jay-Z's just more polished with his, and he's more smart.
Yes.
He's not sloppy. So it's not that easy to catch him. And I think he has a lot of people under him as well. So in order to get to him, it's gonna be a process in order to get to him in the end. But I think he's more polished and he's more sober up. These guys, they bring their emotions into it, like Tyler Perry's ones. He was emotional. Diddy was also very emotional, whether he was under the influence of drugs or not. They bring their emotions in it. Jay-Z probably doesn't do that. He's more polished.
And more darker, probably.
Hey, Queen,
Go ahead.
can you hear me?
Go ahead. Who's
Hey,
talking now? Announce
this
yourself.
is Darlene. This is
Okay.
Darlene. Yeah, I wanted to say this because you're hitting it on the nail when it comes to Jay-Z. When I think of Jay-Z, I wouldn't even say that he's more polished. I'd look at him like he's an octopus. He has many different tentacles, like you said, in different areas. And if we know anything about octopus, they're extremely shrewd. They know how to maneuver out of the tightest spots. And even Rock Nation's CEO daughter, the Rock Nation CEO daughter just released a lawsuit against her own mom because her mom surveilled her, had her falsely, illegally Baker acted. Like, this is things that are coming out recently, you know? So with Jay-Z, like, there's so much that I want to get into, but I don't want to hold up too much of your time. But I just want to say that you're on the right track when you're calling out what's happening and how they're coming after Jay-Z. He's the top dog for real, and he's not as polished as a lot of people like to think. We've just been delusional because we put celebrities on pedestals, but it's a lot of dark stuff happening behind the scenes, especially with Jay-Z.
Thank you, Darlene. Anybody else want to get in?
Hey, Queen, I just wanted to say thank you for opening my eyes to all of this because, like you said, there are a lot of people out here who worship celebrities. I won't say I ever worshipped a celebrity, but I didn't even know all this stuff was going on until, like, I started watching your show, and then I started, like, reading up on some of these cases, and everything that you're saying is actually true, as crazy as it sounds. And if you go down the rabbit hole, you start to see it's even crazier than what we thought it was. I wanted to tell you, I saw in the Diddy trial something that people really didn't bring up, but when Capricorn Clark was on the stand and she was talking about how, you remember when she was saying about the bacon and, you know, how the chef had gotten mad at her, but she had also said that when she was out there meeting Pharrell, she said that Diddy was coming back from an orphanage in South Africa. And so like, I think all that stuff is tied together. And I'm like, well, why nobody mentioned about the orphanage in South Africa and the missing kids and now the stuff with Jay-Z? But that's all I wanted to say was thank you for opening our eyes to a lot of this. Because of you, I know this stuff is actually real. All right, bye, hon.
Thank you. Thank you for coming up. We appreciate you. Meek, thank you, Meek, for the 10-piece super sticker. You said, off topic, have you heard of the Rock Nation CEO, Desiree, being sued by her daughter? You would kill this coverage. Listen, I heard about it. I just kind of sit back and just try to, like, for me, I'll be like, it got to make sense. I'm not saying that it don't make sense, but as more and more of these lawsuits are coming to the forefront, I'm like, then I can piece it all together, right? As opposed to trying to take it one by one and figure out, and we're all lost together and don't know what we're talking about. Surveillance. Because when you start to commit a particular level of crime, see, ain't nothing wrong with having a freak off, right? If it's consensual. But when you start to host freak offs with people underage that cannot give consent, watch this, or people that are of age that cannot coherently give consent if they've been induced by substances, drugs, and or alcohol, that's no longer, thank you, simple yet stylish. Thank you for coming up. That's no longer consensual. Children cannot give you their consent. I don't give a damn how curvy they are, how savvy they seem to be, how mature they seem to be. It is against the law, right? It's against the law. But one thing about these circles, white, black, yellow, or brown, when you start to do things that are dark and things that are against the law, you don't trust nobody. You put surveillance on everybody. So if Desiree is surveillancing her own daughter, that'll tell you the love has gone out the door. She see her daughter as the ops, and I want to know what you know. And who is this new man? I don't trust him. I want to make sure you ain't talking to nobody. Oh, I can break it down, because why would you be surveillancing your daughter, your own daughter? It symbolizes a lack of trust. What is it that you're scared that she's going to say? And you need to check her pulse pretty much to make sure that shit ain't being said. And not only that, you may be surveillancing her daughter because Jay-Z may not even have told her to do that. So let's take him out of that. She just doing that to make sure that she stays high on the totem pole. You see what I'm saying? But at this point, if my child has to become collateral damage, then so it is. Ooh, if my child how many of you would do that to your daughter for your employer? Money, I told you, everybody has a price. Come on down. Like the Price is Right say, come on down. What's your price? But the guy, Terrence Dixon, you should be put in jail. You should not be granted immunity. You should not be granted immunity. If you slept with kids, you need to go to jail. I don't give a damn if you are the first person in the courthouse to tell. I would backdoor your ass if I was the federal government. I'm going to lock you up too, period. Uni Boo, what are your thoughts?
Kids should be off limit, but at the end of the day, these people have an appetite for people, for young people. So I just hope everybody or pedophile or any predators, I just hope they get what they deserve. And I completely agree. Certain people should not get immunity because why would it's kids? Kids are innocent and they actually have not, it's not like an adult, even if it was an adult, but like if you do anything with kids, should you should go to jail as well. That's my point. Like kids are off limit.
And
Period.
then he want $20 million, bro. You're not making sense
Like
to me.
you're
You
not
slept with them kids.
like you part of the crime. Why do you want $20 million if you part of the crime? No, you should get nothing. Thank you for your confession. Hold this L. Go to jail. Now you might not go to jail as long as the big dog, but you gonna have to face some jail time.
Yeah.
I don't care. Good
Yeah,
thing you snitch, but I don't care about your feelings. You can take it to jail with you. And
that
I
child
hope
high.
the same thing you did to these kids, I hope the same thing is done to you in jail.
Yeah.
Because you're a grown ass man. You should know better.
He done took his black ass down or whatever he is, took your ass down to that. Excuse me, excuse me. Yeah, I slept with the kids, but can I get 20 million? Because that's what it's given. Can I get 20 million while I'm here? You scratch? No, you fucking pervert. No, because my thing is this. This is how I know it's true. Because he's telling on himself. But bro, there's no honor in that. If they give him $20 million, there's no honor in that, my nigga. There's no honor in there. Somebody need to slap the fucking taste out of his mouth, knock his lips, cool off his fucking face. The audacity to talk about you was forced to enjoy yourself with kids, and you gonna come down to the courthouse and ask somebody to put 20 million on it? Nigga, please. If you really want to do something, go ahead and tell. Do your time and don't ask for shit in return. Leave the restitution for the kids. The fuck? Excuse my language. You see what I'm saying? Deviance. Thank you, Gen X. And then want a little something. That's crazy to me. That's how you know it's bigger than Big Joe. That $20 million ain't gonna come from Big Joe. They're gonna go after Jay-Z in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark my words. They're gonna try them again. They just gotta get it right this time. They just gotta get it right this time. That's it. That's all. Final thoughts. Let's see. Yeah, thank you, Glamour. She said true facts. But to me, that's very that's crazy that you have the audacity to think that you should receive $20 million. Y'all, think about what I'm saying. For getting your penis hard to have a child. Oh, you deserve 20? Oh, wow. Now, you better hope you don't disappear the way how dirty the feds work once they get what they need from you. You better hope you don't disappear how dirty they work. You ain't getting nothing. They'll offer that money. They'll make sure somebody else get that. It ain't gonna be you, your black ass. Excuse my language. You don't know who you messing with. They just as crooked and dirty as anybody else out there. Let me get everything I need from you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your services. We appreciate it. Take care of that. Handle that. Make that disappear. And I said what I said. Y'all get what I'm saying? He out here trying to be a hero and asking for 20 million after he done broke the law in that capacity, bro. White folks down there looking at, and guess what? It's gonna be the same 4 chicks, the same Little House from the Prairie women that are trying Diddy that's gonna try them. Oh, they gonna drop the hammer. They're gonna wrap this Diddy shit up, and then when I tell you like a python, we're gonna start calling the government the python. They are applying pressure. It's a legal game of chess. I'm just moving my pieces on the board. They're going to force the other side to make a move. And they already have. You see, he came to the front. His name is Terrence Dixon. He just out of Big Joe, implicated Rock Nation. Let's go. Let's go. This is going to be a hell of a year all the way into 2026. HEA believes KK is in witness protection. They're going to be on to the next, and they're going to keep going because everybody has a price. Everybody has a price. Thank you. Gwendolyn says, great broadcast. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, he really down there. You don't let Tyrone get your ass cooked with the feds. Because Tyrone is going to get 33 and a third. He going to get 33 and a third. Goldie said, first R. Kelly, listen, I don't give a damn. But you know what? The kids is where I draw the line. Now, the women can do what they want to do. The women can do what they want to do, but them kids, I have a heart for kids. That's all I'm going to say. I have a heart for kids. Thank you, Red Pill 85 for the 20p super sticker. She said, this is years old Motown. Oh, Gordon Quincy been going on 4 years. Social media exposing. Yep, I agree. This is years old. Starting with Gordy and Quincy. It's been going on for years. Social media is just exposing it. Yes. And now we can bring the receipts from social media, right? And the feds have the resources to make things happen. You put a little money across the table, people start singing like what? Tweety Birds. And I think it's true what he's saying because he implicated himself. You would not implicate yourself unless there's a big exchange on the table. He's in witness protection. If I have to think about what would make the most sense for him to implicate Rock Nation and Fat Joe. Because Kanye West even said in a rant a couple of months ago, Jay-Z, I know you trying to come after my life. I know you the big dog now. That's it. That's all. Like I said, I have a heart for kids, period, point. I ain't windmilling for nobody that's been accused of when it comes. Now, the women can do what they want, period. But, it's different. It's different. Kids are just different to me, at least to me. Some of y'all don't value kids like that. You know what I'm saying? You rather women for the man or the woman, and that's your choice. But as far as me, yeah, I'm gonna ride with the little kids. I'm gonna ride with these kids, and the parents ain't shit for selling their kids off. If the truth be told, and they should go to jail too. Will Willis, thank you for the 20 piece. Says Diddy and Jay-Z are plans for bigger players. Let the rich niggas host their work in their names. Diddy, flamboyant, Jay-Z, the more discreet. But ultimately, the crowd is into the same you better listen, period. Period. And I also think some of these women should be prosecuted. Some of these women should be prosecuted. But they get a pass. They get a pass a lot of times because we are women. And when we need to, we lean into our tears and we lean into this and we can tell a really good story. But I think if a woman committed a crime with a man, she should go to jail too. That's all I'm saying. All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming up. I'm going to break down the Fat Joe. I do feel like the government is going to pick it up. I think they're going to be busy for the next year. Who do you think is next? We thought it was going to be Kanye. Who would have known it was Fat Joe? There's way more players than we could have ever imagined. Y'all better go back and look at some of them tapes. You remember that tape with Diddy and had a party and Justin Bieber was there and Justin Bieber was doing things to another man sexually? Start looking at who's in those rooms. And then you can identify who may be up next to bat. All right, it's Saturday. I said, go ahead, Uniboo.
It might be someone completely unexpected that we don't think. That's what I think.
Yep, because who would have ever expected Fat Joe? I didn't see that coming. Did y'all?
It might be someone that we actually adore and love.
Well, I don't know. I don't adore them. And
Not
like who?
me, but I'm just saying other people. I'm just saying when you watch the tape, there's a lot of big players, and you're like, oh, okay, they seem squeaky clean and stuff, yada yada yada. But I think it's gonna be something that we just don't expect, and that's completely off. What exactly?
I thought Kanye state. People are saying Kanye. At first, I thought Kanye, but then I remember what he said a while back. He said, "Y'all sacrificed my mama, but y'all can't take me down because I ain't committed no crime. I ain't killed nobody." Do you hear what he's saying?
Yep.
I ain't killed nobody, so you can't come after me. I don't think it's about freak-offs. I don't think it's about kids. I don't think it's about sex. I don't think it's about drugs. I think they have to get them by way of freak-offs or sexual exploitation. But I think these guys may have bodies.
I'm sure they do.
I think they may have bodies. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because he said Fat Joe was going all 50 cents, period. Trailing him. Had surveillance on his ass, trying to get him. So you don't do that once. In the world of psychology, people don't do anything that they're not comfortable with. And typically it's not their first time doing it. So I'm not even trying to make y'all. I believe these men have bodies. They've made problems go away. That's it. Ooh, somebody say
access to it.
Huh?
They have access to money and access to power, and they know people. So I'm pretty sure that's not some of them first rodeo. They've been here in the industry since the 19th. Yep.
So it's way bigger than that, y'all. But they're not gonna tell you all of that. This comes down to murder and hire and a bigger thing, making people unaliving people. But I can't tell you that. That's what you do. You gotta think like the government. When I'm saying I can't tell you that, because the government probably has bodies too. It's all very corrupt. But Cat Williams tried to tell everybody. You remember he said nobody. Diddy, he named names. Nobody is going to be able to escape the year of revelation. And Shannon should have taken heed. Shannon sat right there, didn't even take heed.
Shannon is a big old brute, okay? He's all those football thing. He got hit his head. He's suffering for city. whatever that thing is. But it's like you got warned so many times and you still want to do dumb stuff. He's a lost cause. Let him where he's at.
But it was hidden right there. But when you're arrogant like that, you think it don't apply. Shannon
Right.
should have Shannon should have taken heed to what Kat was saying. But when you get a certain level, first of all, don't even get me started. Shannon shouldn't even be where he is. And I'm not hating on Shannon. I'm glad he got the chance. But how the fuck you fumble a $50 million contract because of your sexual habits? I can't. I cannot. I cannot. You could have had 3, 4, 5 concubines of age, beautiful, to do whatever you wanted to do. But these people are twisted. They've done so much. Regular is not the same. Beauty is not enough. Women are not enough. Men are not enough. Cigarettes, weed is never enough. They're dancing with the devil. And that's all I got for you today, y'all. We're going to come back a little bit later. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday.
You all should be ashamed. How can you drink right after a funeral? Like this? Give me another one, then, Brady. Fred Sanford, you just left the house of the Lord, and now I'm in my house. All y'all ought to be ashamed drinking like a school of fish. My Bible says, be not drunk with wine. What does it say about scotch? Hey, why'd you go someplace else? Why'd you go ugly up somebody else's house? Who you calling ugly, sucker?